Ever wondered why someone else's poop smells so much worse than your own? It's a question that has crossed most of our minds, but it's not exactly dinner table conversation, is it? Well, it turns out there's a scientific reason behind this peculiar observation. This isn't just idle curiosity or a gross-out factor, it's about understanding our bodies and the world around us. So, brace yourselves, folks. Are you ready to dive into the smelly science behind this? First, let's understand what makes poop smell in the first place. Our feces are composed of approximately 75% water. The remaining quarter is a medley of fiber, both dead and living bacteria, other cells, and mucus. Now, it's this diverse cast of characters that gives poop its distinctive odor, but the main culprits are the bacteria. You see, our gut is a bustling metropolis for these microscopic organisms. As they break down the food we eat, they release gases as byproducts. These gases include the likes of methane, hydrogen, and sulfur compounds. And it's these sulfur compounds that pack the biggest punch when it comes to smell. So in essence, when we're talking about the smell of poop, we're really talking about the gases produced by the billions of bacteria living in our gut. And each person's gut bacteria are as unique as a fingerprint, which explains the variations in smell. Now that we know why poop smells, let's uncover why someone else's seems to smell worse. Here's where our brains and psychology come into play. You see, throughout history, our ancestors needed to avoid harmful substances in order to survive. This included anything that could potentially cause disease or infection, and yes, that included feces. So our brains evolved to find certain smells, including that of poop, repulsive. This aversion is a survival instinct rooted deep within our evolutionary history. But here's the interesting part. Have you ever noticed that we become less sensitive to smells that we're frequently exposed to? This is a phenomenon known as olfactory fatigue or nose blindness. It's why we don't notice the scent of our own homes but can immediately pick up on the smell when we walk into someone else's house. The same principle applies to our own bodily smells. We're so accustomed to them that our brain filters them out, allowing us to detect other potentially dangerous smells in our environment. When it comes to why someone else's poop smells worse to us, it's simply because our brains aren't used to it. We don't have olfactory fatigue to that particular smell, so it hits us in all its pungent glory. So, in essence, the reason someone else's poop smells worse to us is because our brains aren't used to it. But that's not the whole story. Our diet and health also play significant roles. You see, different foods can result in distinctively different aromas. This is because the gases produced by the bacteria in our gut, breaking down the food, vary based on what we consume. For example, foods high in sulfur, like eggs and meat, can lead to a more pungent smell. On the other hand, a diet rich in fruits and vegetables can result in a less offensive odor. Now let's talk about health. Certain health conditions can also alter the smell of poop. Conditions like lactose intolerance, celiac disease, and infections can cause our poop to smell worse than usual. These conditions disrupt the normal balance of bacteria in our gut, leading to an unusual smell. So, the smell of poop isn't just about the poop itself, but also about what we eat and our overall health. So, there you have it, the scientific explanation to a rather pungent question. We've delved into the nitty-gritty of what makes up our poop, from the complex composition of water, fiber, and dead bacteria, to the gases produced during the digestion process that contribute to the characteristic odor. We've explored the fascinating role our brain plays in perceiving smells, particularly how it tends to react more negatively to unfamiliar scents, a survival instinct from our ancestors. Lastly, we touched on the significant impact our diet and overall health can have on the smell of our poop. Remember, a foul smell could be a red flag indicating a potential health issue. So let's not shy away from these discussions. Being aware and informed about our body's signals is a crucial step towards maintaining good health. If you find this tip helpful and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button and click the notification button for more videos. Also, don't forget to like, share, and comments below for your thoughts. Stay healthy.